things. So if you are here for the Logan Mason ROSC meeting, you are at the right place. We are grateful that you joined us here in person and online with us. I say it every time, and I'll continue to do so. I know you could choose to be anywhere, but you chose to be here. So we appreciate you and your participation and your input, your insight is welcome here. We'll just go over the agenda right quick just to know what we're going to be doing today. Of course, the welcome, we're going to be doing some what is ROSC, right? We have some new people here joining us for the first time in our mission for the Logan Mason ROSC. And that stands for Recovery Oriented Systems of Care, for those that are new with us. We are going to do introductions, talk a little bit about our survey, do a quote, some event updates, talk about our harm reduction resources. We're going to talk about our ongoing projects that we have, and a check-in with you all to see a check-in with you all to see where we're doing well, where we can do better, and just kind of a snapshot of that. Also, upcoming opportunities, recovery and action information, and any updates from you all. So that's what today is going to look like for us here. And I guess we can just get right into what a ROSC is. Sometimes I wonder, do I read it? Do I not? I think it's better that I just read it so we never forget what a ROSC is, which is a coordinated network of community-based services and supports that is person-centered and builds on the strengths and resilience of individuals, families, and communities to experience recovery and improved health, wellness, and quality of life for those with or at risk of substance use and or mental health challenges. The central focus of a ROSC is to create an infrastructure or systems of care with the resources to effectively address the full range of substance use and or mental health challenges within communities. Whew, it never is not a mouthful, right? This is a huge charge for us. And so we kind of, for the Logan Mason ROSC, kind of taken our bite size out of there. And so our mission is improving access to health, wellness, and holistic recovery options for people who are at risk of or suffering from substance use disorders, while educating and connecting Logan and Mason counties to reduce stigma and improve recovery outcomes. So it's no secret that we definitely have a charge ahead of us no matter, but I'm grateful for those because this is a we thing. It is definitely not me or Molly, you can't do it all alone either. And so all of us coming together, which I love my hashtag stronger together. You can see I said that often. So any questions, just leaving a moment there. Any questions, comments? Well, alrighty then. We'll go right into introductions. So, Grace, I am going to ask you if you could please help me with the folks online as we do introductions, and I'll go around the room after you. If you can just share your name, organization, or affiliation, we're great to hear. And what is your favorite Halloween candy? Very different than a holiday or a fall treat. And so we want to hear what your favorite Halloween. So Grace, I'm gonna, before we kick that off, you do see a QR code there. If you were unable to join us last month, or if you have not yet gotten to it, this is the QR code for our survey, our community, our ROSC community survey. We need your help in this. We need you to fill it out, and we will be talking more about that later on this afternoon. But just wanted to let you know it's there if someone needs it, and we're going to take care of that while we're together.
So you can take the survey if you live, but you can also take the survey if you work in these counties. So it don't matter if you don't live in Logan and Mason County, but if you work in those counties, we still want to hear your voice.
Yeah, thank you for that clarification.
Fantastic. Okay, I will start. My name is Grace Irvin. I'm the prevention coordinator here at Chestnut Health Systems. overseeing the Logan Mason ROSC, the Logan Mason Substance Use Prevention Grant. I'm also part of the BASE grant, Build, Amplify, Support, and Empower. And I am also part of the Livingston ROSC. My favorite Halloween candy, I can't go to one. So, I like the caramel apple suckers, number one. Those are killer. Number two, I love the jack-o'-lantern Reese's. I don't know what it is about them in that shape, but they are fire. They are just way better than a regular Reese's. I don't know why, but and a Twix.
Yeah, what a season. Oh, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'll choose people. So Tyler, and then Cami.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tyler. I'm a prevention specialist with Chestnut Health Systems. We work a lot with youth in Logan and Mason County. And my favorite Halloween candy is probably a tie between candy corn and almond joy. So that'll get a lot of people riled up, I'm sure.
You know you got me riled up, Tyler, because either one, you can have my candy bag and we can split the rest. I'll give you that stuff, you give me good stuff. Cami.
I agree, Tyler. You can have my almond joys and my candy corn rolls. I'm Cami Garrison. I'm the technical assistant, assisting with Region 3 with the statewide ROSC project. My favorite Halloween candy, I'm following you, Grace, because when the Reese's are in the pumpkin shape, they are better. I don't know. Somebody do the science for me, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Kara Davis. I'm the Director of Nursing at the Logan County Department of Public Health. And I'm going to follow Grace and Cami, but I like the white chocolate ones better than the plain chocolate ones. And I like the caramel apple suckers and the almond joy, but you can keep your candy corn.
Thank you, guys. All right, we'll go with Tia, Danny, and then Marie.
Tia Shum, Pike County Ross Coordinator. You guys can keep your Reese's and I'll eat all the candy corns because yes, Queen. Thank you.
I'm Danny Hernan. I'm a community health worker, SIU Family Medicine in Lincoln. And I'm with everybody on the Reese's Pumpkins, but I also am a sucker for the little packages of the sour gummy worms. So
Okay, I'm Marie Riley, and I work with early intervention in Sangamon, Menard, Logan, and Mason counties. And probably my favorite Halloween candy is anything that's got caramel in it, and chocolate together. But I also like my candy corn. So since I was little, I eat the little bitty tiny white tip off, and then I have to get it exactly at the right, yellow and then or orange and then the yellow. So I'm very precise with it. So.
I find the pumpkin ones taste better. I don't know why.
My daughter likes the pumpkin ones.
All right, Lisa, Sammy, and then Kim. And then Kristen, then I'll read Nicole's.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Latham with West Central Illinois AHEC at Memorial Hospital in Carthage, Illinois. I'm simple. Really anything chocolate. So if there's a bag of candy, I will pick out all the chocolate and everybody else can have the hard candy, suckers, gummies, the whole bit. So.
Chocolate. Got it.
I'm Samantha Martini. I'm a community outreach worker with Family Guidance Center here in Springfield, and also a person with lived experience. And I love anything caramel, but my favorite candy is anything sweet tarts.
Who's next first?
Kim, and then Kristen.
Kim Turner,
Hope on Fifth, Logan County probation, anything chocolate, and I detest candy corn.
No candy corn for Kim. Check. Yes, I get it. Thank you.
I'm Kristen Davis with Family Guidance Center's Regional Substance Use Prevention Integration Center, and I am in the car because I got stuck behind farm equipment and then a train, and I just can't get home. To my bag of Halloween candy that I'm hiding, that has a little bit of everything in it. So I don't discriminate.
I love that. And thank you for being with us, even behind the tractor.
Appreciate it. And Nicole is currently with a client at the moment. Nicole Tinkers, CADC, outpatient counselor and Celebrate Recovery training coach, and her Almond Joys all year round.
Right. Right. Does Nicole, if your person wants to share something, they can too. I don't know if they're listening in to be a part of, but just know that they can as well. But we'll kick it around here. I tend to forget to introduce myself all the time. I am Jeanette Davis. I do have the privilege to serve as a community health specialist for recovery supports for the Logan Mason ROSC, or recovery oriented systems of care. I'm also a person with experience, and glad to be here. My favorite, you guys got me going. Grace, you hit me with them suckers, the what do you call it? The green and caramel suckers. But then anything caramel works for me. So yeah, but you resurrected those suckers. I'm gonna feel good.
Usually Dollar Tree has them.
They do. Now that you mentioned it, and I'm gonna kick it back to you, Mom.
Okay.
Well, when you're in the office, there's some in my desk, so just so you know.
Oh, you heard that invite, right? Right? You heard. Okay.
Never. Bring them with you. While I'm training as a community health consultant at Lakewood Memorial Hospital, everyone's already said Reese's. It's any actual holiday shape are better than regular things, and it's the ratio of chocolate to peanut butter that is the difference. I've discussed this at nauseam.
Connoisseur here.
But I also just love sour. All year.
Tristan Grew, test infection, recovery board, and Logan Mason County ROSC, and a person with lived experience. I don't know if it qualifies as candy, but I think it does. Popcorn balls.
Oh, sure. Caramel on them? I say it.
My name's Caitlin, and I have lived experience, and I like Hershey's.
Shake. S'mores. Natasha Bonner, I live here on Hope, lived experience, and I use a lot of your guys' services. I have to say those caramel apple suckers, I love them.
What are you picking into you?
Oh, sorry. Of course, personal experience. That's it. The ourselves.
Right? Dang. You might get some.
Kendra, I'm for Memorial Behavioral Health, Community Engagement. And like the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup was going to be my answer, because yes, the shapes are better than the other. I don't know what they're doing, but also the Sour Punch straws.
The little ones are like the perfect size.
See, my other favorite though are the small Twizzlers.
Yeah.
But they're different.
Yeah,
They're different.
they are. They taste different.
That's fine. Well, anyway, thank you all. Jacob with lived experience, raspberry lifesavers. Okay. Yeah. Glad you're here, Jacob. Thanks for sharing. Typically, I do share just something for us to ponder. A quote of some kind. Well, today I just thought we all needed a note to self. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection, right? Progress, not perfection. We hear that in recovery a lot, but it really could be true. Sometimes we're stagnant and don't know how to go forward because we think we have to follow and figure every single detail out before we move forward. And if anything is an example of that not being true, it would be Hope on Fit. It's a really great example. If we waited you know, to get every single thing, and there wouldn't be 20 plus people being housed right now, and there wouldn't be the things that are happening. So just to remind us to not be so hard on ourselves, and when we have something, go for it, right? We should go for it. All right, so we're gonna do some updates. We had some recovery walks last month, and we got Tristan here to update us on the Mason County walk.
Yeah, I have the dates, but.
Yeah, we can.
The 20th?
It was on, no, it was on, yeah.
Okay, September 20th. We had, what was it, probably 50 or 60 people showed up to support us. We had some donations from County Market, Jerry McGee, County Market. He donated some refreshments and chips and cookies and those things. And then we also had a donation from the local butcher shop, Clint Barner from Barner Butcher Block. He donated some pulled pork. So we had a good day, had a good walk, had 6 speakers, 200 stories. So it was quite a day. We had a great day, good weather, good turnout. I didn't think I missed anything. It was a great day.
Yeah, so amazing day, incredible turnout. Just don't have enough to say about the work that Tristan's been able to continue to water and nourish. Just being a Mason City resident, it's evident to see the outcome was great and a lot of meaningful moments. And it was really neat to see some recovery people meet other recovery people for the first time who are interested or motivated to do something in the recovery. So that was really neat.
I will give a shout out to Jeff Gray.
Yes.
That a lot of guys know in this meeting, but he was one that really helped put that together too.
Yeah, Jeff Gray. Well, Jeff Gray was our speaker last month. Shared, who also works at Carl at the ARC. So yes, we want to shout out to him as well. And then we also had our Logan County walk. Samantha, is there anything you want to or could want to highlight about our walk?
I think we had an amazing walk. It was actually a really, really nice day. Normally when we have our walk in Lincoln, it's super hot, but it was a super, super nice day out. We had 3 amazing speakers. We had Amanda. Is this Leo? Is his name Leo? Did I say that right? And then we had Jeff. They were pretty amazing. We had some resource tables. It was a pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
That's all I got. You got anything else to add to it? You always throw me on the spot.
Salvation Army, Hope on Fifth, Barner's Butcher Block, Country Market, SIU, the START program, Trillium, the Buttery, Memorial Hospital, Crime Stoppers, Open Arms, Celebrate Recovery, All in Wellness. We had some great people help make this thing happen. So thank you all. Of course, we are always open and willing to hear ideas and for upcoming walks and events, but we couldn't do any of this without you all. So thank you. Just a shout out to all our supporters and all those that show. We do always want to make sure that folks here are aware of where you can locate or send folks to get harm reduction resources. In Logan County, we have 6 different locations, Family Custom Cleaners, on Woodlawn, Logan County Health Department, Mount Pleasant Library, Logan County Courthouse, as well as Hope on Fifth, and the Logan County Jail Lobby currently. So in Logan County, also we are preparing and getting ready to also include Lincoln Public Library, Elkhart Library,
Lincoln Public Library is already equipped. They're trained and they've got it.
Yay!
And so does Atlantis.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank
And
you
I
so much.
I've spoken to Elkhart and I actually go there next Thursday for a flu clinic and I'm going to talk to her more about it when I'm there.
Kira, you are so our champion, and you so went into our report to let our folks know that you have been a champion in that here. So thank you so much for that support. We're excited. Guys, remember, like I was looking through some old stuff when we just had our very first, the vending machine. Yep. Well, let me back up. That's a lie, because Kim has been working to keep naloxone available at the courthouse for the longest. So let me give credit where that's due. But outside of that, and now that we have actually 10 different locations within our 2 counties, and again, that's going to increase as well. But currently, Mason County, you can locate at our harm reduction resources at the Havana Public Library, Mason County Health Department, the Foreman Valley Public Library in Manitou. I always have to say Manitou, I just do, because it blows my mind. And the Mason City Public Library as well. So we are really, we feel it's important that you all know where these resources are. If you or your agency or you know someone who'd like to be trained, right, on how to use naloxone and that kind of thing, please let us know. We will, of course, help connect you and make sure that happens. And I'm certain that if you needed naloxone, you could get it from me. I bet Kira has some there in the health department that you could come and get them to distribute or have in your office or at your home, whatever works. Any questions on all this thus far?
You mentioned the jail early on.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, no, I should now.
Yes.
Because that's going to be added too. So also the Mason County Jail is another that's going to be added to our Mason County list.
Yeah, so with the help of Jeanette and Grace putting the bags together,
yeah.
Mason County Jail is actually accepted those folks coming out of the jail. To, which is huge. Mason County's stigma is pretty thick. This is a big deal for them to accept to get that job.
Absolutely, absolutely. So thank you for bringing that up. Any other questions or comments or anything? What's in those bags? Refreshment memory. Yeah. So typically the resource, well, it's going to be similar. Naloxone, xylazine, fentanyl, and benzo testing strips, meeting cards, open arm. As many of the small rack cards that we can have, those are the ones that are going to go into like the ones we create for the library. The ones that we are creating actually for Logan County Jail, our bags are a little bit bigger, and we can put a few more things like the hospital rack cards, some other things that won't fit, and the others will be here. But so I can get you. Cards.
NDH, NCR.
Thank you. Oh, the mobile response for crisis. Yeah. That would be great to include in there.
We have business cards.
Yeah, so I think that size is great, and just like, and also like SIU START program with DNA, they have some nice. They're a bit bigger, a little bit bigger, but those will go into the jail bags, so they can fit in those. So. And if you have anything from your agency organization where you guys are out and about and you see or hear of a new resource or something going on, and they have something to grab, have it, share it, let me know if it's something to add. We want to do that. But you know me, I love to share accurate, good information as much as possible, and so that's where I need your guys' help. So. Any other questions about harm reduction resources? Okie dokie. Well, we're going to take a snapshot at just some ongoing projects that we have. Just want to make mention of these things. This is kind of the time of the year when we come out of recovery month, right? September seems to be just, my head is still spinning a little bit. and just take a pause and kind of see what we have, what do they say? What you have, what you have in fire. Iron in the fire. There you go. I know it's not. It's not. So we can take a look and see, because these things are continuously happening even in the background that we always may not realize or remember. So one of the things that is ongoing, and these are things that we're also going to talk about where we need you. Okay. One thing about this council is so vital is because your circle of influence is going to make a difference and a change in how we communicate and get the word out of what we got going on. So this is where you can step up in a mightily way. You don't even have to leave your computer. Our ROSC community survey, like I shared before, but want to make mention again, 10 questions out of our entire survey. And Grace, remind me, there's 28 questions.
Yes.
10 out of those questions are being asked to every single community where there's a ROSC. So all of our ROSC 48, right? I don't know, making the numbers, 48 ROSC that we have across the state. We're all doing a survey of some kind. 10 questions are all the same. So we're trying to get, some good data. If you took our survey last year, you will notice that our survey this year is the same, because again, we want to get good, accurate data. And so I will be sending out an email, as I did, and how many of you stepped up last year to help us get that out. We got really great numbers turned back around. So I'm going to create an email that'll make it real simple for you to be able to share it amongst your circle of influence. And we're asking not just your coworkers and your agencies, we're asking your husband, your wife, your neighbor. Maybe you have a relationship with the gal at Casey's you see every day, and for real, wherever possible. And if there's any other ideas that you have in places that where we could gather or go and meet, we have food pantries is a great example. Being out like at the health department or the DHS office or laundromat. That's a great idea.
Grocery bags or pizza boxes.
I've heard that grocery bags or pizza box. But this is where again we're going to need some hands and feet and fingers, right? And so I'm actually hopefully we'll be able to connect with some folks, our recovery and action folks who are going to come help. We're going to go kind of set up shop at different places, put up our QR codes in different places. But just know that, again, your contribution and attention to this is vital, because with this information is the only way that we can shift and move in the direction that our community really needs us to go. So anything you want to add about that, Grace?
No, I think you did pretty good.
Very good. The next ongoing thing is definitely our reframing recovery campaign. You guys have heard about this in the past, and the truth is we started and stopped, and and that's just the truth of it. Having a lot of plates in the sky sometimes can be difficult. However, this is a definite focus for us, and so we have come out with a social media push and plan that we're going to get the posters and different things out. But we are also going to be creating the media boxes that we have spoke about in the past. In those boxes, we are going to be asking agencies and businesses if they would commit to being a supporter of recovery. And in doing so, they would then sign a pledge to say that they would, and then display different, whether it be, so we have some little frames where it has our QR code where you get information. We have our posters in general, but just different ways that we want to get our messaging out. And again, when we get those boxes together, that is really when I'm going to be pursuing each of you individually to get your support and with the boxes in your organization. So be prepared and be looking for that. Are partnering with our local Salvation Army for upcoming events. So this is the holiday season. And so there are a lot of upcoming volunteer opportunities, from ringing the bell to a bunch of stuff, that putting packages together, different things like that. So this is something that we are committed and want to help serve our Salvation Army. Our recovery meetings continuously are happening in the local community jail. Mainly the men. There have been small amounts of women, and we're still looking to be able to approve another man and another woman that can go in to do recovery meetings at the jail. I know that Samantha is in the pipeline. She's one and I'm actually have a meeting with Rod on Monday. That is our sheriff, our jailer, to talk more about different ways in which we can provide services and meetings there. So that's upcoming. We continue to aid in advocating for and distribution of naloxone and other addiction products. Supporting new recovery meeting startups by providing literature. So this is something that we are doing and will continue to do as new meetings are starting up. And they need, books and different things they require. The ROSC is happy to help support that effort. Our smart recovery meetings continue to happen, I hope, on 5th on Fridays. And then our Recover in Action group, right? We're the resource bags we talked about for the jails and libraries. And also we have some, we're planning some events that are coming up. I will say that the thing that's being kicked around is for a Valentine's dance. So that was a great idea that we got from one of our speakers, Leo, and shared, suggested that. So we're anyone that's interested or wanting to be involved in that meeting, we'll say it again, but our Recovery in Action, we meet the second Tuesday of every month here at Hope at 4:30. So folks who like to do planning and are available to plan or enjoy it, or maybe you have someone who says, I want to give back, I just don't know how, send them our way. We would love to have them join us. So that's just, again, a snapshot of things that are constantly ongoing regularly. Anything you want to add to that, Grace?
Anyone is invited, stakeholder or person with lived experience is invited to the RA meetings, just to make it clear that everyone is invited. It's not just an exclusive group.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Good to see you.
All right. Tristan's speaking out.
Hi, Tristan.
Good to see you.
All right, so I wanted to take a pause here and check our pulse, right? Just do a check-in here. I think, like I said, coming off or out of recovery month, it's a good time just to take a check-in. So we're asking you, what has been going well? What could we be doing better? And how can we support you more? So those are the three questions. And when I'm asking specifically the ROSC and how we are connecting, missing each other, whatever it is that we could possibly be doing well, or things we could be doing better. For instance, I will definitely take accountability. One of the things that could be done better is the focus on Davidson County a bit more. It tends to be lopsided, and I know that's very difficult. It's a truth to speak out loud. It is what it is. But if we don't acknowledge those things, then there's nothing, in no way that we can pivot and do anything different. So in no way do I know, Grace and I, that this is a perfectly running machine. No. But together we can take a peek and see what we can do. So that's the question. What's been going well? What do you all think has been going well? Anyway.
First thing that comes to my mind is the meeting cards are awesome, and they're always pretty up to date. You guys are on it, so.
Except for those things, but yes, yes. So the meeting cards, I'm glad that if people are utilizing and that's helpful. We are preparing to put some new ones out, which will have even more availability for meetings in Mason County. So those are coming up. But I'm glad to hear that those are useful. What else?
I mean, I can see a difference from when I first started to now, like with stigma and all the things. It's very, very, very slow, but there is a shift happening.
Yeah. And I'm going to piggyback off of you with an example. I remember the first third Friday that we attended, and I wanted to leave. Like I was so offended and so hurt. Why? Because I love this and I believe in it, and people were looking at us like we had no business being there, and it was. And I don't get uncomfortable very easily. So your girl, let stuff roll off. But I'm not gonna lie, that first event, I was like, oh wow, we are really at an uphill battle. Now folks look for us, and that is really cool. They look for us to up their naloxone stash that they have. We have folks that come that work at different locations of prisons, different places that will come and kind of thank us for what we're doing, just different kind of things like that. So that is a way where stigma, I definitely think that has been chipped away a little bit. So thank you for bringing that up. What else, y'all? I need to hear your voices. I have no problem with it. Quiet up, moment of quiet.
Jeanette, I will speak on behalf of somebody that's not in your community, but just give fresh eyes on something and I know that you're good at this, but just the relationship building that is happening in your community and with your ROSC. I mean, because I sit on a lot of other council meetings, I do not see all of these community partners always showing up for meetings like I do in your meetings. And I know that's can be attributed to you are a people person and you're out building relationships. And that's the foundation of what we're trying to do here. So as you would say, I just wanted to speak that out loud.
Thank you, Cammie. You sound like you know me a little bit. Cut it out.
Well, and I'd like to follow up on that. I agree with that, and I think that's why Hope on Fifth was able to be successful. Like you said, we didn't wait, but we had all the people at the table, and we felt like we could continue to build. This when we started planning for this, we looked directly to the collaborative and the people involved with that. And that continues to be the case. We have a planning grant we applied for, and part of my pitch in that was we already have that was one of our strengths. We have those strong partnerships and people at the table from a variety of areas. And, I know I can count on you. So moving forward with that kind of thing. So I agree with that.
Thank you so much for saying that. And we are, I've built up some hope on this and what's going on here. And we just, it's just so in line with ROSC and what we're doing and how we can come together. And so, and we couldn't do any of it. God, Kim, your continuous showing up at the table, multiple tables. I still don't know how you do it. I pray for you regularly, and I'm not joking. I just think that your heart and your, not just heart, but your actions speak so loudly about what you're doing for our community. So I cannot say no. I will cheer you on as long as I have breath in my body. Thank you for saying that. Anything else that someone, what about, what could we be doing better? Okay, and don't feel like you're hurting anyone's feelings. Like, you know, what can we be doing better? And I'll own one right away. I am not good at creating an agenda before our meeting. I own it. I'm not good at that, and I need to call myself out and do better. But I know for our organizational folks, or people want to know kind of what we're doing, that's a helpful tool to see, you know, does it make sense for me to join today? Not. So I own that, and as far as kind of a logistical thing. But for you all, what can we be doing better? Communication, or events, or people we're not thinking about, or places we haven't touched, or
I would love to see more of our faith community involved, but I don't know if that's not so much on the ROSC, and I don't really know how to go about that, you know.
They are one of our sectors, so it does align with what we do.
It absolutely does. And
So
so
like what you're saying, you know, just people with lived experiences, or just taking some loads off the queue, whether that's passing out stuff, it's simple things, just more matter.
yes, I do need more help.
Yeah,
I do. And sometimes I don't know how to ask for it, or sometimes I don't know. Right. You know, I mean, I'm stuck, and it's not that I can't grab and I don't find someone I grab to throw that, you know, or whatever we need to get done. But yes, having that help to break that up some, and you reminding me that you are someone who would say over and over that you're willing to do things like that. I could do better. I could put what we need done, you know, kind of list it out. We did that last night at our action meeting, but then communicate that better. So I hear that loud and clear. I can hear you. Thank you for saying that, though. Yeah. What else? What else could we be doing better?
recruiting more people to come to meetings. But again, I think that's on people that come, like us at the table here, of getting more people at Recovery in Action, the other meetings.
So maybe just a friendly reminder that
all of us are in.
Right. So yeah, just a reminder that all of us could, you know, we always put a slide in. Who else? Who are we missing? Who should be here? But sometimes speaking that out loud, saying it, especially those of us who've been coming for a long time, we kind of just, it's what we do, but forget that our invite can be really powerful to someone else who might be missing. Yeah. So I like that. That's just for all of us. And if there is anyone or agency or again service that you all hear about along the way, and maybe we're not connected with them yet, and you're saying, "Hey, Jeanette, there's something maybe we should connect." Please, that's information that we want you to share with us, and that we could do it together. Right? I have one of my volunteers our volunteer Jeff, who goes into the jail. But he, you know, we have conversations, communication about different things, how we can serve and help. And so, yeah, got to remember to ask and get what we need. And probably Hope on Fit too, we could work together too. I know that we always could use volunteers here as well, but we always don't know exactly what needs to be done or when it can be done or who's available to get it done, you know, kind of thing. And so the same, and I wonder, do a lot of us in social service kind of struggle with that we could use some volunteers at times, but haven't quite figured out a way to recruit for that. What else? What else can we do better?
maybe doing events in the smaller towns. Maybe, I don't know, wild idea. It's a wild idea that came in my brain, and we can be like,
I like that.
maybe changing up where we do the walks. So instead of doing them in Lincoln and Havana, maybe we do them in Atlanta or Mount Pulaski, Mason City or Manitou, incorporating those other towns.
Yeah. Maybe we can, I like that, Grace. Maybe we can start out a little slower than moving a whole walk, maybe to do, make sure to schedule events. Yes, I like that. I like that. Maybe in Atlanta, we've never really even headed towards Atlanta before either. So I love that idea.
So my connection just went out. So I don't know. I heard part of what you said and then I didn't hear the rest of it.
Oh, my wild idea was moving the walks to different towns, but maybe doing events in the smaller towns or like Atlanta, Mount Pulaski, Manitou, Havana, Mason City.
Yeah, that's definitely it's something we have not done, and I agree. We could, and that's something our Recovery in Action can be thinking about too. And if you are in any of those communities, and you have any suggestions, please shout them out to us. We definitely.
Would it be beneficial if the Recovery in Action meeting was also hybrid? Would that get more people at the table at the Recovery in Action?
Yes.
Well, that's a quick fix.
Yes.
That's a quick fix. Yeah. Next month, we will make sure that our Recovery in Action meeting, which we meet the second Tuesday of every month at 4:30, here at Hope on 5th, we will be hybrid. There it is. Grace,
here we
thank
go.
you.
Grace got all the good ideas.
Yes, she is. Anything else? And this isn't just for now. You know, if you are anything like me, and probably not, you're like 7:30 at night, like, oh, you know, I have this great idea. Write it down, email it to me. But I also want to hear from you. One of the things that I believe strongly that helps to create and make our ROSC as strong as it is the attempt to reciprocate services. How can we support you? How and what ways are we able to get your mission and your purpose across? We've done different things like passing on your flyers or event information, but we want to hear from you. Are there any other ways or ideas on how we can support what you all have?
I think for MBH, it's using services, like if it ever crosses your mind, like, hey, maybe I want to talk to somebody, like going ahead and calling 988, just to see what the process is, and then like, because I've used it for myself, and it's a really good resource for in the moment. But then also, I want more people calling it so that we can figure out, because I've been hearing that people are calling and not getting an answer. That's not okay. Like for 988 specific, not global crisis. I know. And I've heard that a couple times now. So just anybody that is thinking about it, or just go ahead and call and just kind of see, because I want to figure out if that's a state issue or what's happening. I did not like that. Somebody called in a crisis. So yeah. And then as far as mobile crisis goes, sharing that number, using it. Our schools have been using it pretty regularly. So we've got our schools pretty much down pat. But it's just getting more engagement from the community and just knowing that we can have somebody in person. It's really great. And getting more police calls, or police, like we're not getting any more mobile crisis calls. we have a lot better relationships, but we're still like our call volume is not increasing yet. And we know that the need is there. If the need wasn't there, then that'd be a good thing. But we know that the need is there. So I don't know.
So I'm hearing to make sure that, you know, we are all aware of the mobile response or crisis. Yeah, I can always get it. Mobile crisis response.
Which I'll do that now, just maybe somebody has that information field, but mobile crisis is the in-person response for whatever you believe is a mental health crisis. And so for the schools, we are the crisis provider. They already had, they have a program they're supposed to go through called CARES. But with mobile crisis, they can call mobile crisis directly. Mobile crisis will go and respond, and then we call CARES on the back end. CARES is just a Medicaid. It just has to do with Medicaid. But otherwise, like anybody can use mobile crisis, any age, any insurance, and we will go anywhere. We do not have to respond to police unless, you know, there's a weapon active attempt. If there's a weapon active attempt, you would call 911 first, and then they can call us out as well. And so, in a perfect world, I'm not. We've had staffing shifts again, so I'm not entirely sure what. I know that we have people on in Lincoln. I just don't know who, what, when, where. But having someone here so that they can do, like, we want them to do ride-alongs with police, stuff like that eventually, because that's what we're doing in Springfield. Is we have CORE, which is they ride with the police and respond to any mental health calls, and they're already in the car with a police officer. So that's really cool. That's something I want to see in our other communities as well. But just sharing legal crisis, we are seeing, we're seeing people push back again about like the suicide piece, and just like people like not wanting to call. They're like, well, no, it's suicide. You can call mobile crisis for whatever you believe is a crisis. Your dog dies and you're really upset about that, call mobile crisis, have somebody come out and talk with you, see what resources, because then we can do a follow-up call after that. So do the follow-up call, and that's when we can kind of dig a little deeper, and like if that person needs food, shelter, like if they need other things, we can try to get them connected. Right.
I appreciate you sharing, and maybe we can, with the minutes that go out, we can share more information. But thank you for sharing that. This is the fastest hour of my entire month. It just always melts away. Just want to get into some reminders, guys. Our community resource website. Thank you all for who have already shared updates, information that we can add on. I have gotten several emails, but I was out all last week, so still trying to get caught up. Know that all of those changes, information that has been shared with us will get updated or sent on to the folks who are going to update that information. But just know MasonCountyResources.org and LoganCountyResources.org are comprehensive websites that are put together to try to help our community find and go to one place to find the needs or, you know, things they need. So just want to shout that out. If you haven't sent any good stuff or any of your information or things that we don't have, please send them my way. Also, our cards, if you do need new cards, which are coming soon, I'm going to be coming to the places I normally do. If that is not you and you would like some cards, please, again, reach out to me. I'll be happy to get them to you. We also want to make mention of our deflection program, and I didn't add this on our things, but we are definitely in the middle and all part of the deflection program, which ours is called Bridge here. The next time we meet is Tuesday, October 28th at 1, which will be in Zoom only. If you're not a part of that chain and would like more to get on those emails, please let me know. I'll definitely help you get there. But we want to make sure that you are aware. If it's not a meeting, It's not, yeah, but if you guys would like to be on, and you, like, I can come here and we can set up and come together. Okay, let me know. Yeah. I'm happy to do that too. We don't want that to be a barrier, for sure. And I think that we do feel that shift of not having people with experience when it is just, so thank you for saying that. Anti-stigma campaign, like I mentioned, these are just a snapshot of some of the posters and media posts that go out. So wanted you just have to have a snapshot and take a look at those, so you can be looking out for them. Our next Recovery and Action meeting, November 11th, 4:30 to 6, and like we just announced, by God, it's going to be a hybrid. So we'll make an option for people to join us in person and online. Did want to shout out the Madigan Men's Oxford House here in Lincoln. Have 3 beds currently open. We do not want to lose this home, you guys. We don't. So if you know folks, and that includes folks that are out of our county who need a safe, beautiful home that is substance-free, please, you can send them to oxfordvacancies.com. Currently, it is a $200 deposit, $200 month rent, but you have to know that includes all your furniture, all your utilities, internet, so there's a lot that comes with that, but they are now accepting applications.
And you said, are you going to send out is there an application on?
You have to go online, like each, yes,
for
Oxford, yes.
Yeah, and that number too, that's on pause there.
Correct. So, yeah, the 217-651-8232 is the house number. And so you can reach the health president or folks there on that number too. And then just to highlight, our next ROSC meeting is Thursday, November 20th at 2 p.m. We will be at the Mason City Public Library in Mason City. We hope that you can join us. And see, I did leave. I swear I tried to leave some space to hear your guys' events, but that didn't quite happen today. Because it is almost 3 o'clock, we definitely want to be able to dismiss. If there's anyone who wants to stay on to shout out anything that you have going on coming up, I will stay here to make sure to get that information and share it. Otherwise, Grace, anything that I'm not thinking of?
Please take our community survey. We need to hear your voice. We need you to take the survey.
Oh, you just reminded me too, Grace.
Also, you could win a gift card, guys. Come on. Who doesn't love a good gift card for like $50? Like what? Come on.
That's true. That's true. And I was just going to say, you reminded me, survey.
She already did it.
Good.
Can you send it to me again and I'll send it out to my staff in SIU?
You got it.
Yeah, where's that link?
We will send out it. Yeah, we will send out a brand new one for all so that you can pass. Like I said, I'm going to craft it so that it'll be simpler too for you to pass it on. So know that is definitely coming.
Is there a deadline?
There is. Our deadline is December.
Oh, good, we got time.
Yeah, it's in December, the end of December. I can pull out a number, but I've been making it up.
December, so rough estimate,
yes. Yes. And so last time we got 360 something, I think, something around there. Again, I'm pulling numbers out, but I think it's three something. I know it's 3 something. And that was great turnout. And we have a little bit more time this go around, so we can people. So it's the same kind of thing. Like I want to go. I want to have I'm going to ask Rod and our chief police and different folks to fill them out, but I'm also going to ask those that are in custody and those that may be, receiving services to also fill them out. We want to get as broad of a picture of what folks see that we need here. Otherwise, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being a part of this. Like I said, I'll hang on for a couple minutes if anyone has questions. I'm sorry to speed us off here at the end. But thank you for being here and thank you for being a part of the change that's happening in our community. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sam, it's always nice seeing you.
Bye.
Bye, Sam.
Bye.
Video up fast.